Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. We are in 2021, first production recap video of 2021. Wow. Wow. I hope that first weekend back in buildings after the New Year and holiday was awesome. In Oakley, I don't know the exact numbers, but it felt like we were at almost max capacity. People were filling up the third balcony. It was awesome. I hope that you guys had lots of new people too. And the feedback that I've heard, there was a lot of new people. So that's awesome. Just reminds us to never lose sight that new people walk into our buildings every day. And even in the midst of COVID, people still want more. And we have Jesus to offer for them. So really excited about kicking off the new year with you guys. We are in week 2 of the Goals series, which is just a 2-week series, just to start off the new year. So last week, Brian talked. This week, he's talking about the desert. So he actually did almost like a practice run of this message with us and all staff a couple weeks ago, just talking about the desert and being in the desert and what it means and what we can do and what Jesus says about it. So he's going to do that message this weekend. In the broadcast, he actually had like the sand in the desert. It's going to mirror that pretty well. So we're going to do that this weekend. And I'm going to go through the plan. If you guys have any questions this week as you are preparing, let me know. And I'd be happy to help in however way I can. So countdown will happen with 20 minutes before service. At the top of service, either CPs or worship leaders will do a welcome, invite people, welcome people, maybe give rails to what we are doing, masks, distancing, whatever you feel like your community needs. That will be the time to do it. Then we'll be into the worship block. Looks like at Oakley, we are going to be doing Trust, Counting Every Blessing, which is introducing that new song, and then It Is Well Overcomes, our mashup that we have. That is the hard point this week, that mashup song. So after the first song, which Oakley's doing Trust, there's going to be a worship leader modeling moment, just talking about gratitude. And there's some language in PCO just talking about expanding on what the ancient path is and maybe talking personally about something in that path or along that path that you practice regularly, or maybe you want to focus on in 2021. Maybe that's shifting a habit coming out of 2020. Maybe that's continuing a habit coming out of 2020. Whatever that might be, just kind of shifted towards gratitude and what that looks like in your life and how it relates to the ancient path. So worship leaders will have about 2 minutes to do that modeling moment. That is at Oakley when they're going to introduce Counting Every Blessing. And then It Is Well Overcomes is that hard point. Then worship leaders will pray, wave, and sit. That's our new change. Or air high five or raise your eyebrows, whatever you want to do. But in PCO, it'll continue to say pray, wave, sit. Then CPs will be up for a CP moment, an extended time for CPs to address the community, just talking about the value of being in groups, the value of community, the benefit of being with other people through life. And group season is starting up soon, so that's why we are having that moment for CPs. They're going to talk, and then there will be a giving moment. Either CPs or worship leaders, however that flows well on your stage, go for it. Just a quick 1 minute, not an extended time, just a why we give and how we give, crossroads.net/give. So that is the top of service up until the teaching block. So if you have any questions on that this week, please let me know. Once we get into the teaching, so after that giving moment, we're going to fire the Crossroads Spiritual Outfitters. It's like that 15-second promo video, which is good just to give people a little bit of a glimpse of who we are, especially if they're new. So that's going to play. BT is going to come out of that to do his teaching, and 35 minutes slated like normal. And then there's going to be a reprise of Overcomes. The reason, just to let everybody know a little bit more context, due to the state of the world, Brian has suggested, which I agree with wholeheartedly, that the end of service, we should have a live band on stage. That way, when people are walking out after they are done listening to the message, there's life on the stage, and it's not just another digital slide with music from Spotify that they've been listening to all the time at home, just to give them life on a stage each time, whether that means there's a reprise or maybe just the band comes and pads and then plays out. Something just to give the people life on stage. So this week we're going to do a reprise of Overcomes. His teaching will lead really well into that, and then CPs will be up for a dismissal. So that is the plan for this coming week. We feel pretty good about it. Again, if there's any clarity that you need, feel free to reach out. And I'm just going to really quickly go over the brief outline we have for next weekend, the 17th. At 0, we're going to plan to play that Crossroads Spiritual Outfitters video again, and then either CPs or worship leaders will be up to do a welcome and to kind of react to that video, who we are, what we're about, what is the DNA of Crossroads. We're so glad you're here. Welcome. And then we'll be into the worship block. No hard points in the main worship block. However, the hard point will be after Chuck's teaching, which is What a Beautiful Name and Break Every Chain mashup. So Chuck's message will lead into that. Everything else is pretty normal. So in the worship block, CPs will have a moment to do almost like a modeling moment for them within the worship block. Pray, wave, sit. So there will be a giving moment, and then Chuck will be up to do this teaching. This will be the first week of Jesus 101, so Chuck will kick off that series. Then we'll have that hard point mashup, and then CPs will be up to dismiss. So that is the brief outline for next weekend. Questions, let me know. We'll definitely have more concrete answers on that next week. And I feel like I want to see, like, kind of take a poll and see who actually watches the entire video that I make. So if you have a good joke, send it to me. And maybe we'll start doing joke of the week at the end of the video. And then no prizes. If you have a good joke, send it to me. If you made it this far, acknowledge that. No, but in all seriousness, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Really excited to see this message take the stage this weekend, and I know you guys will do great. So it's awesome being on a team with you, and I'll see ya.